We've got the song in the bloody writing. We unearthed it and it's so exciting. The greatest song to ever be designed. The message seems a bit uninviting. We still wonder about the mastermind. I'm not sure if the goal is to spellbind, since this songsmith is the most lyrical, with a promising message to mankind. It's promising a mighty miracle. But its tone seems a bit satirical, about how we'll face some cosmic stigma. Doubt it now, but we'll be empirical. We can't seem to unlock the enigma. In the meantime, we're ruled by dementia. There's no reason why they shouldn't be free. There's not a good argument I can see. I've listened to various reasons why, but none of them are convincing to me. So they're sexual. That you can't deny. But that certainly doesn't justify treating a woman like a criminal, or the indecency many decry. She does no harm. Not even minimal. We act like there's something subliminal. All there is a bouncy pair of breasts. So if they go topless, the women'll suffer public shame or even arrests, which is the incentive for these protests. Greg Abbott's giving my mind raid a rash. He's pushing for that moral balderdash. That's because if your child is transgender, they'll be taken out of their home like trash. The transphobe is the true child offender, while they're being a pro-child pretender, and melting like a triggered snowflake. Their misery so fills me with splendor. Let's tread all over their dead rattlesnake, while they criminalize and bellyache, and putrefy like a normal transphobe. I mean, how many failures can they take? They'd have a brain smaller than a microbe, even if it still had a frontal lobe. The right oft likes to slander BLM, with probably its favorite antonym. It sees every protest as a riot. They sing that terrible song like a hymn. That's because they're on that fact-free diet. I mean, it's the cops who cause disquiet, but they'll frankly blame BLM instead. So the lie, only a putz will buy it. I mean, with rubber bullets through the head, and protesters beaten and left for dead, they could only fight back in self-defense. That would exactly explain their bloodshed. So let's give up the mocking and pretense, and try to portray a semblance of sense. Let's talk about the US and chattel. So, not only bovine have been cattle, but that changes nothing for slavery. It's the reason the South went to battle. I know this fact is so unsavory, so spare me your whimsical knavery, like that there were also black slave owners, though no black Confederate bravery. I swear, the right is so full of stoners, stroking their anti-history boners. This is where the subjects too have no clothes. I hope none of these duds are sperm donors. Not when podcasters lead them by the nose, to beat on leftists with a rubber hose. A broken escalator is just stairs. But have you been on one needing repairs? It's stairs only if it's out of order. Otherwise, it's one of your worst nightmares. First, whip out your video recorder. You're gonna want to catch the disorder, when one becomes an inclined conveyor. People fall like a raptured skateboarder. That's why you better bring your best prayer. I don't want to sound like a naysayer, but you're safer on an elevator. You won't go down like a football player. That's what happens on an escalator. That's why you'd rather be a spectator. At least that's what the females tell themselves. Some even think they're 11s or 12s. And that's what they think they're at the least, even when they're getting dusty on shelves. Many look like a misbegotten beast, partially blind and scarred battling their feast. So many of them are average at best. Such demons make me want to call a priest. They're on PPV sites grossly undressed, showing off their huge abyss and bird's nest. Of course, I'm not holding that against them. They do that at the paying simp's behest. The only thing you can justly condemn is their egomaniacal mayhem. Once, men thought that women should be turned on by a skittish rabid automaton. From what type do you need most protection? It's clearly the one who's spawning the brawn. It's the one who can't handle rejection. It's the one with the vicious erection. Today, men are becoming more human, because of the growth from introspection. Men of old weren't endowed with acumen. They were unimpressive, never true men. Time has proved chaos is clearly manhood. That darkness shines at an unknown lumen. Okay, it's understood men have done good, but they're still treating the world like firewood. Don't wear garbage then complain about flies. Why do harlots think they can lecture guys? Their favorite quote is, "I'm not an object." Well, stop ascending like you're a sunrise. Your oglers don't need you to be henpecked. Your image and their standpoints intersect. Don't like it? Stop being a mannequin, like a headless dummy, no intellect. You're an anthropomorphic deadly sin. Let's say a man donning only his skin decides to enter a daycare center. No one has the right to be panicking. Maybe paint yourself as a wise mentor, and bear something noble, an inventor.